Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. It's a rare Streets of Nashville edition of the Road Warrior. I'll be honest with you, today I only had one errand I needed to run, and well, I really don't hit the highways when I hit this errand because it's kind of close by, so I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone, kind of help with the gas, even though gas prices have gone down a little bit over the last couple of months, but even though. And it is about the stop and start. It's funny. I've been doing the Road Warriors now how many years? 14, 15 years off and on. Rock solid for like 9 or 10. I forget what it is. Again, I lose track of all these numbers. But the one thing about the Road Warrior is because of the noise of stopping and starting, and I'm conscious of, even though I'm using a good microphone and I've got the camera all set up, you hear more things and more clicks and clunks and, well, I think we got some cat litter in the back of the car. You may hear it slide when I go around a corner or something like that. So for the most part, I always just kind of hit the highways, and if I'm going to a different part of town to run an errand or something like that, I'll just catch it in between there. Today there was no need, had to do a Road Warrior, so I'm hitting the streets, which, I'll be honest with you, does it matter that much? Do you care how we do this? I mean, I think if anything, you see me look a little bit different when I'm riding through the streets because I'm paying more attention to the traffic around me because you've got more opportunities for people coming out of streets, behind you, in front of you, than you do on the highway where it's basically just depending on which lane you're in, this lane on the left side, on the right side, people behind you, looking ahead kind of thing. There's not a lot of looking off to the sides kind of thing. Today a little bit different as we kind of take the streets of where I'm running. And again, too, the one thing you notice, the bumps, the potholes, the ruts in the road, the infrastructure, even for a growing town like Nashville, isn't being kept up as much. So a lot of bumps, a lot of noise, a lot of jiggle. I spend most of my time driving the streets and taking back roads, or as we call them here, bob cuts. Because my friend Bob never likes to go on the interstate. He will take the long way if it'll cut through town, even though it's become quite a hazard to do that these days. I don't know which is safer. But so we call them, because they're not shortcuts. Shortcuts would be the most direct path, the quickest path. These are bob cuts. I ramble. But, today just, driving down the road, curving, waiting for somebody to, in this case, not necessarily pull into their driveway. Too busy getting their mailbox, which is on the street, or something. I'm not quite sure what he was doing. Because now he's walking away from us. Who knows? It's always an adventure here in Nashville. I guess that's a good thing. I find it funny that the perception of Nashville from a tourism standpoint, from people visiting the town, is much different. A guy I worked with in radio for many, many years, I hired to work for me at the radio station. He worked weekends. He worked for the Metro Bus Depot, or the Metro Bus System in Akron, Bob. Bob and his wife come to Nashville on vacation probably 3 or 4 times a year. When they retire, when they hit retirement age, they are moving to Nashville. They've already said that. And I love Bob and his wife, but I came to Nashville because there was a job. I don't think I would have ever decided Nashville was the town I want to retire in if I were to retire. And that was before all the immense growth we've been experiencing over the last few years. It's kind of weird. I like Nashville. I've always liked Nashville. Nashville's been a part of my life since I was in my teens. And then when I got involved in the country music world, it became even more a part of my life. But again, not one of my favorite cities, and even less my favorite city now with all the influx of the tourists and all the influx of the bachelor parties and the woohoo girls, and it doesn't have the same charm. And again, that's just one man's opinion. It's one guy thinking, and again, I don't know where I'd go. Everybody's different in what they want in life, and everybody, what the ideal is. Hold on, railroad tracks here. It's another thing when you're going through the city. Oh well, we're out of time, or I could ramble on forever, and who really wants that? Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, home to all the Road Warrior videos. Man, I have a problem saying that if I'm talking too fast. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, post them there as well. We also put other content on both those places. Feel free to friend me, follow me, subscribe me, all those kinds of things for the videos or for whatever else too. We're back next week with another Road Warrior. Have a good one. Maybe back on the highway next week, who knows. See you, bye.